Yeah, the transmission video. I've had a few folks ask me what the heck that's all about. Right after I moved here, we had a couple of shows I went to, and one of the issues I was having with my transmission is the thing had sat in the desert for over 50 years. The transfer case, the high-low range, would not operate, nor would the front-wheel drive. Now, taking a tranny out is an unbelievable amount of work. So I decided I'd try to take the transfer case off the transmission and go ahead and go through it that way. And absolutely had great luck doing that. I had my nephew out here. He spent a few days, and he likes to come out and work with me. So he came out and worked with me, and unfortunately, I didn't shoot a video on that. I didn't think about it. I wasn't doing this at the time. So once we got the thing back together, the shifter would not move. I was locked up tight as can be. So I pulled the shift tower off, and I was checking everything, and decided after I'd added all my lubricants back in, my lube oil, that I wanted just to see how the transmission itself worked to make sure nothing was jammed up in there. And so that's why I shot that video. And actually the tranny spun beautifully, as did the transfer case. When I initiated the high-low range, and I had the drive shaft off, so front drive shaft off, so I could try my front wheel drive. Turned out that, I'm not sure how this happened, it turned out that the several ball bearings in the shift tower had gotten out of place, so I ended up tearing the shift tower down. And I was kind of perplexed by how this thing works. It's quite interesting. In every other transmission I've worked on, you always have a reverse gear, not in the half track. Basically, when you put the half track into reverse, you're spinning the gears in the opposite direction, and you're engaging the first gear. The first gear now becomes your reverse gear. They've got some other safety things built into this half track that's pretty cool too. In front wheel drive, you cannot drive in high range. The front wheel drive, if you have it in high range and you try to engage the front wheel drive, it will not engage. It locks itself out. So it's a safety feature, so somebody doesn't end up scramming the transfer case by driving way too fast on the four-wheel drive. So anyway, I got the shift tower thing figured out and put it all back together, and that's that. It works beautifully. It was a bit of a challenge because these ball bearings have springs behind them, and as you're moving your various shift mechanisms in there, the longitudinal arms, they have cutouts that basically, when one moves the shift ball, the spring and the ball move over and lock into the other arm in there. If you've taken one apart, you know what I'm talking about, and I'm probably not giving the best explanation in the world. Needless to say, figured it out, found the ball bearings, and got the thing put back together. So anyway, that's the purpose. That's the reason I shot the video. I was just curious to see how that tranny spun. I didn't dare give it any any gas, man, because if you stepped on it, the stuff was shooting out like the rooster tail. It was shooting out of the top of the transfer case, or correction, that top of the transmission. Anyway, please enjoy my film, and please subscribe. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.